What's up, guys? Alright, we are back with another episode of Kage Death's Shadow. Last time, the boys were racing. Had to make a dangerous jump. And now, we're gonna find out if they're dead or not. Alright, let's get into it. Kage Death's Shadow, Chapter 3, page 134. Sit back, pop some popcorn, throw in a blanket, and let's get it. Alright. I'll find my place. Hang on. Biggie dropped to his knees as he saw the mushroom cloud form and spread up into the air and across the horizon. God help us. That's where T-Rex and Scorpion were last headed. Tears started flowing down his face. Just then, his cell phone rang. Yo, you need to get out there fast. Before he could respond, the wave hit him. Biggie's pupils enlarged. Then he dropped to the ground. Hello? Hello! The toxic wave shot through Washington, D.C., New York, and New York City, and a few surrounding areas and states. Meanwhile, Kage was interrogating another member of the dock police gang when the wave shattered the windows and hit him and Sweet Tea. Five to 6 months later, Johnny O'Connor's eyes flickered open. Why did they change his name? That's not his name. His name is Johnny McCartney. Johnny McCartney. Eyes flickered open. A white room. White ceiling. Voices echoed off the unnaturally white walls. White-robed beings passed to and fro from what seemed like a window. One of them beings pointed at him. The taller one nodded. The two beings walked into the white room as things started to clear up. Johnny's vision started to return. His other senses started to return. It was a male. Are you God? The white male began laughing and said something inaudible. Is this heaven? He looked at the woman next to him and said, Are you sure she's not an angel? Hefty laughter erupted. Son, this is not heaven. This is Washington, D.C. hospital. You were in a really, really bad accident. He tried to sit up and rub his eyes. His vision finally fully returned. He saw the doctor's face. Oh, you're not God. You're just a human doctor. Another hefty laugh. Yep, just a regular old human doctor. How long have I been out? He asked in a dazed voice. Suddenly, the doctor's tone went to a more serious note. Out? Son, you were in a 5-month coma. You should be dead. The amount of toxins and radiation pumping through you right now, you should be weak, let alone having the strength to sit up. Suddenly, he had a flashback. Johnny. The doctor snapped his fingers in front of Johnny's face. Hello, Earth to Johnny. Check his vitals. The nurse walked over to the machine. His vitals are good, sir. Johnny. His eyes flickered. Huh? What? You alright, bud? What? Yeah, it's, yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. I had a flashback. Was my friend admitted to this hospital, the other guy in the Shelby Cobra? Oh, the other gentleman that was with you? Yes, he's here. Can I see him? Can you wait an hour? Give your body a few to recalibrate, get your bearings. Then yes, you may. With no strength to sit up, he laid back down. Page 135. An hour later, the doctor came back and gently shook Johnny's shoulder to wake him up. Mr. McCartney. He made his voice a little louder and sterner. Mr. McCartney. Johnny stirred and woke up. Huh? He sat up and rubbed his eyes. He looked up at the doctor. What's up, Doc? Would you like to go see your friend now? He just woke up. That is, if you're feeling strong enough to walk. I can take you to Tyrone's room. Page 136. What? Who's Tyrone? You guys are friends and he didn't tell you his name? We only use nicknames. Ah, I see. Okay. Do you feel strong enough to walk? Well, Doc, only one way to find out. Can you help me with these covers, please? I must have got them all twisted during that nap. The doctor smiled. Yeah, you turn a lot in your sleep. You were watching me sleep? That's not creepy. The doctor chuckled. It's a hospital, Johnny. Plus, you're a coma patient, so yes, we watch you while you sleep. Oh, yeah, fair point. My bad. All is good, brother. All is good. Hang on, let me get you. There we go. All right. And there we go. My man. All right. Careful, easy does it. Whoa, now. He put one leg over and then swung the other leg over. Need help up? The doctor put his hand out. Wow, that's a shiny floor. Don't think I've ever seen my reflection in a floor before. Johnny giggled to the thought of shiny floors. Yep. The first 2 months we had hazmat come in and do a floor-to-ceiling sanitation every day. Till they deemed you and that buddy of yours weren't contagious. We had to wear hazmat suits and only essential staff was allowed up here. Full quarantine. For the first 2 months, it was an extreme headache. Sorry. You should be. There was some resentment in his voice, but he quickly made it disappear. Anyway, none of that matters now. You're alive and awake. That's what matters. With little help from the doctor, he hopped up. Johnny took two steps forward. His legs were wobbly for the first couple of steps. Then suddenly, like some God-given gift, Johnny regained all his strength back in his legs. Johnny started walking normally. Amazing! The doctor proclaimed. Never in my entire career as a doctor have I ever seen somebody come out of a coma and just get out of bed like that. And I have been a doctor for a long time, as long as I can remember. I also have been seeing some crazy things, but you, Mr. McCartney, you take the cake. I want you to do a little exercise for me before you go see your friend. Page 137. One of the nurses saw Johnny walking out of the room. I guess miracles do happen, the nurse said, starstruck. I want you to walk up and down the hall 3 times, just to get the muscles flowing again. I don't know why, Doc. I feel fine. Humor me. Fine. Take a left. The nurse station was in the corner as he passed it. All nurses and assistants began to stare at him. They had white masks on and gloves that went up to their elbows. Why are they staring at me? It's making me feel uncomfortable. They're just amazed you can walk, let alone stand after just waking up from a 6-month coma. The doctor said softly. He looked at the nurses. Ladies, he's not that handsome looking. Damn. Where you gotta keep staring at him as if he's some exotic zoo animal. You're making him feel uncomfortable. One looked at the ground and blushed. The others went back to work, filing and stamping papers. Dr. Miracle said as they walked down where the cafeterians... Mallard, what the fuck? Miracle. Hold on. Anyway. Sure, we'll go with that. Dr. Miracle said as they walked down where the cafeteria and snack bar was. Now, Mr. McCartney, I will not have you flirting with my nurses, distracting them from their work. Is that clear? Yes, sir. The doctor smiled. Oh, come now. Don't be a stick in the mud. You'll have to put up my dry sense of humor for another month. You're awake now. We have to run some tests. Are you hungry, lad? He thought about it, and his stomach moaned as if to tell him, yeah, I could eat something. He clenched his stomach. Come to think of it, yeah, I could use a bite to eat. Dr. Miracle exploded into a hearty chuckle. You're so modest, my dear lad. Of course you're hungry. You've been out for 6 months, basically in an animated sleep. Did you dream anything good? The question made Johnny smile for some reason. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'll have a grilled cheese. A bag of Cheez-Its, and a thing of sweet tea. Page 138. Alright. I'll have a chicken salad and a medium Coke. And my patient will have a grilled cheese and a bag of Cheez-Its. And when was the tea made, Joe? Just made it 15 minutes ago, Doc. He nodded in approval. A large cup of that with some ice. That'll be $13.47, Doc. Well, Johnny Paterman, the doc said, patting his pockets of his long white lab coat. I... Johnny started to say awkwardly. Ah, there you are. I was kidding, kid. I was kidding. Jeez. I know you just woke up, but did you forget how to take humor? The doctor flicked out the visa and placed it on the marble top and slid it to the cashier. It'll be about 15 minutes. Here's your card back, Joe said. Thank you. The doctor took the bag of Cheez-Its and chucked them back at Johnny. Here you go, let's check them reflexes. The doctor accidentally, on purpose, overextended the throw. He started to turn around and said, Oops, my bad, sorry, but was stopped mid-sentence when he turned around and saw Johnny catch the bag between his two fingers as if it were a blade or a lethal weapon. Well then, was all the doctor could think of saying. 15 minutes later, they sat down with their lunches in white to-go containers. Johnny took the straw and poked it through the paper as Johnny opened his box and picked up the grilled cheese and poked it through the paper, then put it in the... Damn. Anyway. He put the straw in the cup. Lord Jesus, made that shit way too complicated. Johnny sat down and opened his box and picked up the grilled cheese and took a large bite. So, my guy, do you feel any different? Anything feel out of place? The doctor leaned in and lowered his voice. Feeling like you have any special abilities or talents? Johnny choked on the bite. He quickly grabbed a drink and took a large gulp. What? Johnny said, humored, as he cleared his throat. What are you talking about, Doc? I don't know. I just woke up. You're kind of on the weird sense. You know that? No offense. Yeah, I suppose it would be too soon to know. They chatted for a little bit. They finished eating in silence. An hour passed, and then the doctor said as they were finishing Johnny's exercise, This is truly a miracle. What's a miracle? Johnny said, sweating. You are, son. Never in my life have I seen anything like it. It's like your body accepted the toxic mutagens as its own. The chances of that happening are slimmer than winning the Powerball lottery. He grew very serious and very quiet. Listen to me very carefully, son. The world is not what you have had in 5 months ago. The world is not what it used to be 5 months ago. Much has changed since then. There are superpowered humans out there now. People with abilities, skills, and talents that defy logic and science. I, for instance, have the ability to somehow, upon some kind of angelic aura, heal people. I've been healing stage 4 terminal cancer patients just by touching their skin, focusing on their health to get better. The doctor chuckled, a small laugh, and then said, I have even acquired the nickname Dr.Miracle, Mr. Miracle, what have you. The kids call me Dr. M, or M for short. Before we go see your buddy, I want to let you know your buddy has developed these abilities, and he doesn't look like the same like you remember him before the crash. Page 139. They arrived at the door of Tyrone Johnson, or as his street name was called, T-Rex. Johnny knocked on the door, and a weak "come in" sounded on the other side of the door. He turned the knob and slowly opened the door. He slowly walked in. I need to speak to both of you, but I'll let you have a couple minutes first. Excuse me. He shut the door behind Johnny. Hey, buddy, how are you? He looked around the room for a guest chair. There, over in the corner. He walked over to it and pulled it closer to the bed. Oh, hey, Johnny. I was wondering who that was. It sounded like you. When Johnny got closer, he saw T's neck and face. His face was full of diamond-shaped green squares. When he spoke again, Johnny noticed he had sharp dagger-like white teeth. Johnny asked, How long you been awake? 20 minutes. He responded. Not to be rude, but have you seen your face? Johnny asked politely. Tyrone put his elbow up against the pillow and hoisted himself up to his sitting position. No? Why? Johnny got up and looked around the room. He found a hand mirror in one of the drawers. Johnny brought it back to Ty's left bedside. Here, take a look. He held the mirror up to Ty's face. Page 140. Whoa! That's me? I look like a damn dinosaur from Jurassic Park. He noticed his teeth. And look at those chompers! They look as sharp as hell. I love this new look. T-Rex said as he moved his jaws and lip around. Johnny laughed and said, Brings a whole new meaning to your nickname, T-Rex, huh? Johnny chuckled a little bit. Yeah, literally. That radiation got me good. T-Rex laughed a little bit. But you know what's crazy? I feel stronger than I have ever felt. Other than the close to blind eyesight I have, the crazy thing is my nose. He paused as he took in all the different smells wafering in the room. What? Your nose? Yeah, I think it is a bit bigger. What?